this is Christine with Fuller's Outdoor Country. Hope everyone is having a blessed and wonderful day. The sun's shining today, it's a little bit cooler here, and we have decided that we are going to can some Anasazi beans. Have you guys ever heard of Anasazi beans? Most people haven't. I'm going to tell you a little bit of history about them. They're a cave bean. They're known as a cave bean. They come from New Mexico. I'm going to read you a little bit of history about it. The Anasazi beans were cultivated by the ancestral Pueblones, also known as Anasazi, in the Four Corner region of the U.S. starting around 130 CE. They were rediscovered in the 20th century in the ancient cliff dwellings and archaeological sites. So the flavor and the texture, they're pink in color when they're cooked, and they're sweet. I personally like them better than Pintos. I used to think Pinto was the only bean to eat until I tried the Anasazi. They are low in the glycemic index, so which is good for people that are like diabetic. So the Anasazi would be a better bean for you to eat because, like I said, it's low on the glycemic index. You cook them just the same way that you would a Pinto, but today we're going to be canning ours. So, but if you're cooking them on the stove, you do them just the same way. So we're going to step by step guide you through the process, and just want to let you know if we are repetitive on, because we did have a subscriber say that we were repetitive on what we were doing, but just want to let you know not everybody's experienced in canning. We got a lot of people, especially the younger generation that's coming up, they've never canned anything. Nobody's ever taught them how to can. So you kind of got to be repetitive on your steps, because you got to let them know, oh, I forgot to do that, or oh, I forgot to do this, you know. But, you know, these middle-aged, older people, you know, we've done a lot of canning and we're experiencing it. But I have people that's my age, said I've never canned in my life. I've never had nobody show me how to can. So that's kind of why we're making the videos a little longer and going through step by step the way we're doing them. So just wanted to cover that. So come along with us and we will show you how to can the Anasazi beans. Okay, let's get started. We're going to fix our beans a little bit different. We're going to do ours country style because we live in the country and we love it that way. So that's just how we're going to do it. Some people don't put what they call side meat, and that's what we're going to use today. This is a pork side meat. Some people call it fat back. Some people call it side meat. You can call it whatever you like. But today, this is what we're going to be putting in our jars. And this one is made by Foothills. We're not sponsored by them, but that's just the brand we use. We like the Foothills brand. So we're going to cut this up. We're going to put it in our jars. So that's how we're going to get started. So let's cut this open. There we go. And the whole reason that we use this, it just gives your beans a really good flavor. Like I said, we're going to cut this. And you don't have to, you can cut, I'm going to cut about 4 sections here. There we go. Now, and slice it again. You just want a little chunk of it in each one. So, there we go. We got them all sliced up, and what we'll do is we'll drop one of these down in our jar. And that way it'll give us some good flavor when we're ready to eat it. Okay, now we're going to get our hot jars out of the oven. So for those of you that do not know, we put our jars in the oven. That disinfects them. We put them on about 200. We leave them in there for about 20-30 minutes, okay? So we're going to get those out because they are definitely ready. So we're gonna grab those and okay, we're gonna just continue to get these out. Okay, I'm just gonna shut that back up. Okay, we're gonna put our fat back down in each jar. We'll just put a little piece. And it goes in each jar. Put you a little piece there. All right, we got all of our pieces in, and now it's time to add your salt. Don't forget the salt. And we're just gonna add a teaspoon per each jar. So, and let us know if anybody out there has canned these Anasazis, or what kind of beans you like to can. Okay, now we're gonna add our dry beans. We're gonna use 1 cup. So make sure that when you scoop it in, level it off to make sure that it's just a cup, because you don't want to get too many beans because they do expand, okay? So just make sure it's 1 cup. And what do you think these beans look like? What do you think they look like? They kind of look like a cowhide, don't they? Now, I told you these look like a cowhide. So what would you think that another name for these would be? Jacob's cattle bean. So think about it. Jacob's cattle bean look like cowhide. So we're going to pour our beans into the jars. And like I said, just make sure you get your 1 cup. And there they go. And we're just going to repeat the process. Okay, now we've got our water boiled, so let's get that. I just use this little pot here. It boils your water quick. You can do it on the stove if you don't have one of these, but I just use this. And then we're just going to pour our water in. Let's go with this one. It's a little bit closer here. And we're just going to pour it in. And we've got our water, as you can see, pretty hot. See how far to fill it there. Keep it going. That's good. Okay, because you don't want to get your water too, you don't want to fill the jar. So let's do this one. And we're just going to repeat this process till we get them done. Okay. And then I probably don't have enough for this one, but I'll boil some more water, but we'll go ahead and pour in what we've got, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more. Okay, our water is boiling good, so we're gonna put it in our jars. And make sure that, which our jars was hot, like I told you, we got them out of the oven. Don't pour the hot water into cold jars because that could crack them, okay? Just make sure your jars are hot. And we're just gonna pour it. Okay. And then we're gonna go over here to the next one. Okay. All right, that got it. Now we're just gonna put our lids on. Okay, another thing I'm gonna tell you guys, if you do have one of these canners, you might not know, which it doesn't come with a rubber seal. So what we do is we take this, we use some Crisco. I don't cook with Crisco, but I do use it for this. And we just get it and we rub it all along here where it doesn't come with the rubber seal. And I just do that all the way around it. Just like that. And then that way it's ready to go. Okay, we're going to get our lids out of the water here. Just don't get your lids boiling, just want them hot. And what we're going to do is wipe the lids off around the rings with the vinegar. We make sure they're good and clean. And then just stick them on. And we're just going to repeat the process. I'll just go ahead and wipe them off all the way around. Just repeat the process. And then I'll get the rest of the lids. The main thing is just keeping everything clean and sanitized when you do it. So we're going to put that one on. And that one on. And that one on. And then we're going to get our rings here. And we're going to put those on. And you don't want to tighten them too tight. Just finger tighten. Finger tighten. Finger tighten. Okay, and these are ready for the canner. Okay, look at the color already coming out in the beans. See that red color? So yeah, these are going to be pretty. But we're going to get our canner going here if we've already got it ready. And we're going to put them in, and we got to leave them for 90 minutes. Okay, let's get our canner loaded. And these have indents in them, so sometimes you'll get an air pocket. So make sure when you load it down into your water, you turn it sideways. So we're just going to turn it a little sideways there, and then put it down in, okay? So same thing here. We're just going to lean it down like that, if you can see me doing it. And then just put it down in there. Okay, we're going to put our lid on. And this has an arrow here and a V. Just want that lined up right there. If you can see it, just line it up. And then these right here, we're going to pop these in, both of them. And then we're just going to twist them. Okay, we're going to finish putting the rest of these on, just 2 at a time. And just tighten them down. There. We're going to get these tightened down on good. Just make sure you get them pretty tight. We'll check them. Okay, I think that's on there pretty good. I think we're ready to go. So it's going to take us about 90 minutes. Okay, we're going to put our pressure gauge if we want it on a 10. So we're going to put it right on there. And then, like I said, 90 minutes. So we got to let the pressure build up, and when it starts to jiggle, we'll time it from there. So 90 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll show you what they look like when they're done. Okay guys, our 90 minutes is up, and we're ready to take the top off and get these beans out of here. So let's see what they look like. So we got to unscrew these on the top. We're going to take them down there. Let me move that out of the way. And I've smelt beans all day, so decided to put on a pot also, okay? Do this backwards, that way you don't get burnt. Let the steam finish coming off of them. So let's see what they look like. And what we're going to do is we're going to tip them over here a little bit and get that water off of them. And that's what they look like. They look pretty. They really do. But they did turn out pretty. And like I said, I smelt beans all day. Decided to put on a pot for dinner. This will be some good eating this winter. Don't have to wait on them to cook. They're already done. But if you guys decide to can some of these, show us in the comments some of your canning. Here we go. And these are called the dry canning. So we just put these in dry. We didn't let them sit and swell up or anything. So, but looks like they turned out good. I'm pleased with them. Let us know what you guys think. They're still bubbling in there, but they'll calm down here in a little while. But we thank you guys for watching the channel. Go to Fuller's Outdoor Country, like and subscribe. Let us know. Give us some comments. Give us some feedback. Let us know if you like these kind of videos. We just want to show you how we do it. You might have a different way of doing it, but that's okay. We all learn from each other. So you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless. Okay, this is my pot of beans I fixed. They look, I'm hungry. I keep smelling beans all day, so got that for supper, and got some cornbread getting ready to get out of the oven.
cornbread looks good.